another just example would be just recognizing that that relationship is not the same, that that person loves you, you love them, you have history. Maybe it's been full of good years. Maybe it's been full of rich experiences, but now it's not. And trying to accept that instead of forcing something to be there that just right now, and it may be there in the future, and I don't know your life. I don't know if there's a chance for reconciliation and for richness to come back, and for recovery from addiction. I have no idea, and I'm going to hope for you the very, 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 very best. But it does you no good to try to force situations to be like they were before, to try to recreate, because you can't accept. So you're going to try to recreate memories, and if you this is just an example. You used to go dancing, so now you want to keep that going, but you can't expect the same behavior, the same quality, the same awareness if the person is impaired that you could before. That's just an example. It might be a terrible example. Maybe it's having company over and sitting and having just rich dialogue over dinner and talking about important things and meaningful things with your family, and he's not engaged. He's zoned out, and he's maybe sitting there. Maybe he didn't even get up, and now you're entertaining company by yourself, and it's very awkward and hurtful. So I just want to encourage you to try to be accepting of the new reality. It will, in my opinion, it will make it easier for you if you will just accept. I am not necessarily saying embrace. I'm not saying celebrate. I'm just saying be realistic and accept the new circumstance. And maybe this isn't new for you. You might have come to this channel and you've been dealing with addiction in your family for 20 years. You don't even remember before. Or maybe there wasn't a before. Maybe you married an alcoholic and this is who they've been, and maybe it's gotten worse. Maybe the ability to cope has gotten harder. Because I do believe that most of the time, addiction is progressive. And so whatever it was when he was 20 years ago and he was still a lot of fun, probably not so much fun anymore. And we don't really see that down the road. We don't know how that's going to go. And so it ends up getting sour really quick. So, but just for your own benefit, learn to accept the way things are. Try to divert your attention. If you, like for me, for example, one example is my husband has been in rehab so many times, and I've been alone for months and months and months on end at different rehabs. Some rehabs were only 28-day rehabs, but the others were extended. And just learning to accept that I have to fill that gap, that longing, that need, that desire with something constructive and positive and rewarding and meaningful. And there might be one more word I'm trying to come up with, I don't know, but it's something that you can be that's safe. Don't fill it with things that, if you have to hide it, if you have to keep it a secret, if you have to lie about it, probably not the best choice. Probably that's a train wreck coming down the road. I'm just going to tell you the warning signs, those flashing signs are going to be if you have to lie about it, and if you try to hide it, probably you need to come up with a better something, a better positive mode of filling that emptiness. So thankfully, I have 4 grandchildren, and I was able to try to fill that with my daughters and my grandchildren, my family, my church, my work. I had lots of positive things to fill it with. It does not mean I did not have grotesque emptiness and sorrow and heartache and longing. I thought these were going to be the best years of our life. I thought once my children were grown, which were great years. Raising my children were phenomenal years. But I still just thought that once my children were grown, Rob and I would have more time for each other, and that we would do the things we've been putting off for so many years together. So it was devastating. I'm not going to lie. It was devastating. But I had to quickly learn to accept. I said quickly, didn't I? I don't mean quickly. It took me a long time to accept that this is my new normal. I can't go back and undo it. I wish I could. I wish I could make my reality be what I had dreamed it was going to be for years. But I had to accept that this is not the reality I signed up for. I thought I was in that line. I was in the wrong line, and I ended up here. But it served me better to lower my expectations, to be realistic about what I could expect, and to fill my life with other really meaningful things that were things I did not have to be ashamed of or hide or lie, which I'm not saying I never did those things. That's how I know that's not what you want to do. So I thank God that, I might have dabbled with doing things that I should not have done, and the Lord rescued me from that before I had to go down that road very far and end up making decisions that had a lot of repercussions. So I'm very thankful for that, and I'm trying to share with you so that you will also be spared from making decisions that are only going to make your life worse, only going to make your life harder, and only going to hurt your friends and family more, and your children. So I hope that was helpful. If this is helpful content for you, please leave me a like. I'd love for you to comment. And if you think this would help someone else, if you would share it, I would really appreciate it. And until next time, I will be praying for you. I'm praying for you every day. Don't know who you are, but I'm praying for whoever sees these videos and if it's helpful to you. And until next time, God bless you. Have a great day.